Morning, tubers. Welcome back for another adventure. So my battery charger seems to have died. It actually became intermittent, and it's finally passed on. This was a kind of a piece of junk I bought at a flea market. I think it was $1, and it was a store return because the switch here was all messed up. You guys could see I put this thing in. And when I flick it, you hear it hum. And to get it hooked up and all, the switch is actually backwards. The 6 amps slot is now 2 amps, and the 2 amp slot is now 6 amps. This also used to be able to do 6 and 12 volts. I just have it doing 12 volts. But no matter which way you twist it and turn it, you can see the light is out. And you guys can see I'm getting no voltage out of it. So what I'm going to do is crack it open. Hopefully it'll be something easy, like a wire jumping off. It's still humming. And it doesn't smell like it burned up. Right? That's normally you overload them, so the leads short together, and the transformer or where the diodes go bad, but it doesn't have any smells or anything. I'm hoping for a slipped wire. Okay, tubers, this is the inside of the battery charger, and you got the 120 volt side and you got the 12 volt side. And by switching the voltages on the primary, they would figure out what you're going to get out the secondary, whether you're getting 6 volts 2 amps, 6 volts 6 amps, 12 volts 2 amps, or 12 volts 6 amps. And that's what this little switch is, and all those decisions are made there. So I took a quick look at the windings, and they're not brown or anything. This is the diode, or actually pair of diodes. It doesn't look bad. And just from an electrical engineering point of view, this is known as a center tapped transformer. One leg right here. This is the negative lead, the black lead. And then the positive lead, right, each phase goes in, get half rectified, come together as positive, and go out. So I put a lamp on these two, and I got nothing. And then I poked around here, and I found, you know, the 13 volts on each leg going in here. And then, checked it here, and I had 13 volts, across there. So I have 13 volts, but I got no lit up light bulb. So very quickly, what I'm discovering is, if you take a quick look, let me show you my light bulb. Actually lights up. So it lights up here where it comes out of it, but it doesn't light up on the ends. So now it's time to take a look at these connectors to see what's wrong with them. The little bit I poked around between the two of them, quite honestly, it appears as if my negative lead has a problem. I haven't. Well, I'll open it up and we'll take a look inside. So it only took a couple of seconds to figure out what the problem is. Here, if I connect this just right. So basically the wire let go right where it's crimped over, and probably from bending it a million times, the strands just kind of gave way. And once again, what it was intermittent, and you can see if you wiggle it just right, it comes back. So all I have to do is open this up, strip this back, reconnect it, and life is good again. So there we are. Light bulb's lit. You guys could see I had the old welder soldering iron out there, soldered that up, right? What I did is I stripped the wire back, wrapped it around a couple of times. There was a bunch of strands still smashed in there, so I kind of picked those up. So after wrapping it around, I kind of soldered the whole mess together, and then I crimped it on the insulation right there. So once again, light is lit. Use the old welder soldering iron, and we're all good. Now it's just a matter of putting the cover back on, putting the 4 screws in, 2 that way, 2 that way, and my charger is back to life. I don't know. Some of you guys enjoy these videos, some of you guys don't. Generally speaking, when I'm troubleshooting these things, I normally kind of start out on the low voltage side, because why be poking around 120 if you don't have to? If you get to the point, you know, right at the transformer, you're looking for AC, somewhere between 10 and 20 volts coming out of the transformer, AC, and then you got to kind of poke around. Don't get caught by, remember, these things have like infinite internal resistance, so a lot of times it could be showing you a voltage, even though if you put a load on it, right, the resistance of like that frayed wire, your power just disappears there and it doesn't work. It doesn't send any energy out to do work. So I recommend having, you know, a test light and using that to really figure out what you have. Once again, if you're on the low voltage side, it's easy enough to do. On this side, on the high voltage side, frequently I'll just kind of get a Christmas light, so to speak. I'll make sure it's good, just have a couple of leads off the Christmas light and start testing around. Please do not work with electricity if you don't have some knowledge. You know, you should wear eye protection and, you know, all that other stuff. 120 volts probably will not kill you. I'm not saying definitely will not kill you, but it probably will not kill you. In Europe, they run 220 volts. I think in Australia too. A lot of, I think in Japan and all, they run a much higher voltage. So 220, you know, where 110 probably won't kill you, 220 can kill you, and if you get above that, it will kill you. So you know, so maybe, probably, and then definitely. So don't play with electricity if you don't know what you're doing. I want to thank everybody for dropping by to watch and comment and subscribe. Please remember to keep your feet down, keep your heads up, and for me, I'm having a good day. My favorite battery charger is now fixed. Bye now.